Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we have missing Keith Robert Anderson, February 5th, 1984, from hot Sulphur Springs, Colorado, only 22 years old, 6'3", 190 pounds. Keith Anderson was last seen at a horse barn in Grand County, Colorado. He boarded his horse at the barn. He's never been heard from again. His truck was found idling near the barn with his German Shepherd dog in the back. Police later found some of his blood in the barn, and after his disappearance, witnesses reported hearing several gunshots in the area. Anyone with information, please contact Grand County Sheriff's Office. CBI has his case listed under homicide, but his body has never been found. Brown hair, brown eyes. 22 years old. That's how old my son was when he was murdered. And it was with a gun. Huh. This is very young. That's not a very good picture of this man. And I think that might be the picture of the man that did it. I don't know. Or who they allegedly think did it. So here's the Charlie Project. Born 11/24/1961, 6'3", 190 pounds. Anderson was last seen at a horse barn in Grand County, Colorado, February 5th, 1984. He boarded his horse at the barn, which was owned by Vernon Spud Weaver. He has never been heard from again. After his disappearance, his truck was found idling near the barn with his German Shepherd dog in the back, but there was no sign of him. Police later found, why do they say Anderson? Keith. Police later found Keith's blood on some manure in the barn. Witnesses reported hearing several gunshots in the area. The day after Keith's disappearance, Vernon Weaver, reported that his .44 caliber Magnum handgun was missing from under the seat in his truck. The gun was under the seat in the vehicle. Isn't that interesting? Okay, where he normally kept it. But this man, you hear that and you think, that he might have had something to do with it, but I guess somebody stole his gun. So I just thought it was interesting that it was under the seat because it just seems familiar for some reason. David Russell Battelle, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, Battelle, is the prime suspect in Keith's disappearance. A photo of him is posted with his case summary, which he has a clearer picture and a better picture than Keith does, kinda. So he had left his wife and his children, David Russell Battelle, the one who allegedly might have killed him. He had left his wife and children in Illinois and moved to Colorado with a girlfriend. And then his girlfriend left him. After he left his wife and his children for a girlfriend, then his girlfriend left him and moved in with Keith. So I guess he was upset and angry because he left his wife, his children for his girlfriend, and he was angry that she had moved in with Keith. So it sounds like he decided he was going to kill Keith. So a witness said that they saw David Russell Battelle's truck near Keith's ranch with something wrapped in blankets in the back. David Battelle admitted he was in Vernon Weaver's barn where they kept the horses on the day that Keith disappeared. He boarded 2 horses there. He said Keith got a bloody nose before he walked outside. I guess that's where he's saying the blood came from. He also stated he noticed Keith's horse was injured. The horse died 2 days later, and a .44 caliber bullet was found in its body. So he must have shot Keith while he was on his horse and killed the horse as well. Wow. So if he did it, because allegedly he did, we don't know. This is what this is saying. So David Russell Buttle Battelle refused to take a lie detector test, and he left the area shortly afterwards, 4 months after Keith's disappearance. Vernon Spud Weaver's gun was found on Ute Pass, and it was a gun that had been stolen that had been used by, allegedly, David Russell Buttle, or however you pronounce that. Forgive me, I don't know how to pronounce it, to shoot Keith and his horse. Police were unable to match it to the bullet in Keith Anderson's horse because the gun barrel was too rusted. Oh, so it was yeah. So David Russell Buttle's current whereabouts are unknown. He would now be in his 60s. He has not faced any charges in Keith Anderson's disappearance. Keith Anderson's father is still alive and looking for him. His case remains unsolved. I, I, yeah, I think they should have prosecuted him. Anyway, and so that you can see, because I was trying to find where's Utes Pass, right? Compared to Hot Sulphur Springs. Hot Sulphur Springs is up here, and Ute Pass is supposed to be down here. That's like 3.5 hours away. Is that really where Utes Pass is? Is this correct? Are they saying they found the gun 3 hours away? Does Ute Pass go anywhere else? Wasn't found closer to Hot Sulphur Springs? Why would it be so far away? I thought that was strange. And there's Colorado Springs. So where did that man live? Where did David Russell Battelle, I don't know how you pronounce it, where did he live? Because this is way up here, and if you kept a horse there, wouldn't you live near there? And is that really right? So I have Ute Pass as down here. So, okay. So we're going to look at some John Does. I don't know if any of them could be him or not. The first one I have was found February 28, 2014, Watkins, Colorado. Adult, pre-50, cannot estimate height or weight. Has coordinates near full human skeleton remains found February 28, 2014. DNA confirms this individual is male. Found while irrigation workers were attempting to increase the depth of the drainage ditch. And carpet, sock, and earrings. And because they said that they saw something wrapped in blankets, I thought maybe it was carpet instead of blankets. I don't know, sock. And then the earrings, I don't know, maybe the earrings were going to be a gift or something. I don't know if that could be him or not, but I don't know, right? So, wow. You know, they say that people have a hard time forgiving themselves, and they judge other people for their sins that they haven't forgiven themselves for. So he left his wife and his children for his girlfriend. And he probably felt guilty and was angry, upset with himself for doing that, so that when his girlfriend left him for somebody else, maybe it hit him harder because of the guilt, right? I don't know. That's just my thoughts suddenly. So, yeah. Found while they were, so I don't know. I don't know. So we'll just keep going. We're going to look at some other ones. And I wanted to see on the map. There's Hot Sulphur Springs. There's supposed to be Utes Pass. And there's Watkins, Colorado. So I wouldn't know if he would have went that way, if he would have went this way or that way or anything about it. But I just wanted to include a map with each one, just to so you could see the different locations and if they were near or far. This one, I don't know how to pronounce this city. Unsure if it's male or female, uncertain if of the race. Found April 1st, 1986. Cannot determine height or weight, no estimated year of death, no estimated PMI. Just a partial skull fragment found near an entrance to an abandoned mine shaft in that area. So that's all they found. And we'll look at the map for that one as well. That's why I try to do them in order by the dates as close as possible sometimes, but I didn't want to redo all this maps and stuff. So there's Sulphur Springs, there's that area, and there's where allegedly, if I have it right, that might be where the gun was found. But I thought that was interesting because, maybe if they was going from here down to here and then went and was going towards that way, I don't know. And then we have a male uncertain of the race in Walden, Colorado. Age could have been anywhere from 18 to 99. Estimated year of death was 1933. Usually it's in between this and in between that. And there was someone went missing in 1933. So a skull was recovered from evidence storage in Walden, Colorado. Maybe in the evidence storage it said that it was the skull from 1933. Maybe they had it for a long time. Not recognizable. It says near complete or complete skeleton. And this says skull. I don't know. So I decided to include this one, even though I probably shouldn't have. And here is Hot Sulphur Springs. There's Walden, where that place was, where they had the skull at. And down here is allegedly Utes Pass, if I have it right. And then we have a John Doe found Apache exit, which would be Apache City, I think, off I-25, Colorado. Adult pre-60. A local rancher found skeletal remains in a wooded area. Some of these I just don't know how to pronounce them, so I'm not even going to try, but you can see that. And here's the map. So here's Hot Sulphur Springs, there's Ute Pass, and there's that other one. And then the next one I have is Pueblo, Colorado, found in 2017. 5'11" to 6'3" estimated. Skeletal remains were found after a grass fire in Pueblo, Colorado. It is determined that the remains were there prior to the fire for several months to several years. So I guess they don't know. Unknown, not recognizable, charred, burned. So I would think that would be somebody more recent, but I included them, and there's the map. And the next one I have is a John Doe found in Colorado, October 6, 2020. 5 years estimated. So that means they estimated they died 2010 to 2015, it says. A bow hunter was hunting in the south area, so I probably shouldn't have included this one either, but I did. When he noticed what he thought was a human skull, a wooded area in a valley with game trails and a small stream. Can you imagine finding a human skull out in the middle of nowhere? Right side peg lateral tooth. I don't know what that means, but here is the map again. Whoops. So there's Hot Sulphur Springs, there's Ute Pass, and there's right there, Garden of the Gods. So if you were driving here and you had the gun and you threw it out and then you went there, that would be, and then there's a casino right there. But If you drove all the way down here to Ute Pass, you might drive there. I don't know. That's an interesting map, though, for it. The next one I have is a John Doe, but it says multiple races found in Colorado in 2022. White, Caucasian, other. Can I estimate weight, height, no death, no year of death, no PMI. The coroner's office was contacted regarding a black bag with an apparent human skull inside. When they opened the black bag, they located a brown box with a paper bag inside. So a paper bag with a skull inside of it, inside of a brown box, inside of a black bag. Inside of the bag was what appeared to be a human skull. So, and that, I don't know where they found the skull or how far away it was carried to or anything like that. But that's here, and that's all the way up here. So I don't know, maybe. I don't know which way somebody would have driven. But that's all the way near the border of New Mexico. Arizona's right there. Utah's not too far away, but New Mexico's right there. And I don't know where they found the skull at. And then we have one more John Doe that I decided to include in Winter Park that was found in 2024. It says white, Caucasian, black, African American male. No estimated height or weight or anything. Found by mushroom hunters in a very moist and wet area covered with thick. I don't know what that's. I don't know. I think that's a typo. I don't know what that. Shaded, swampy with moss, ferns, and down trees. Found at the scene was a cranium and mandible. Both had intact teeth. It talks about what else was found. So you can read that and pause it if you want to. It's 2024. So this is where that man allegedly got shot and went missing. This is where that John Doe was found. And this, if that's correct, is where the gun was found. Is that really? I wonder if I have that right or if there's some kind of a typo because it seems like it would have been closer, but I don't know. I have no idea. So, but that's the map that I have because maybe I have it wrong. Anyway, don't forget to pray for his family, his loved ones. Sorry about the phone ringing. It's my phone, not yours. Feel free to leave comments and have a blessed day. Bye.